This is the Synthetic Signal Report for Tuesday, June 30th, 2026, in the morning. Today, we track the Supreme Court's landmark ruling on Geofence warrants, the integration of Google and Apple services into European digital identities, the acquisition of Iridium by Rocket Lab, and the military's pivot toward universal drone training in South Korea.
The United States Supreme Court has delivered a definitive ruling regarding geofence warrants, establishing that they now require full constitutional protections. This decision effectively ends the era of dragnet digital surveillance, where law enforcement could compel service providers to reveal every device present in a specific location during a designated window. The court has ruled that such requests must meet the same stringent judicial standards as physical searches, demanding individualized probable cause. This is a significant check on the power of state surveillance to retroactively de-anonymize participants in public events or protests through location telemetry. It limits the legal utility of mass data harvesting from platforms like Google, forcing a return to targeted, evidence-based investigative practices.
A critical analysis from the WOG Foundation exposes a significant privacy risk within the European Union's digital identity wallet infrastructure. While marketed as a sovereign solution for citizens, the wallets heavily rely on safety and integrity services managed by Google and Apple. The investigation details how these third-party services are woven into the wallet's verification stack, effectively granting these corporations deep insight into the authentication traffic of European citizens. This architecture creates a permanent dependency on private Silicon Valley gatekeepers for essential public services. The consensus among privacy researchers is that this structure undermines the goal of digital sovereignty, turning an intended citizen tool into an extension of existing commercial surveillance networks. Rocket Lab has announced the acquisition of Iridium, a move that fundamentally changes the landscape of space-based communications. By absorbing Iridium's established satellite constellation, Rocket Lab shifts from being a mere launch provider to a comprehensive space infrastructure operator. This deal is designed to create a fully integrated satellite and launch stack. It allows Rocket Lab to manage everything from hardware design to orbital deployment and data services. This consolidation is a signal of the maturation of the private space sector, where vertical integration is now prioritized to capture the growing demand for secure, low-latency, satellite-based connectivity. South Korea has launched an ambitious directive to train its entire active-duty military as drone operators. The plan aims to integrate drones as a universal combat tool, comparable to the standard-issue service rifle. By training nearly 500,000 personnel to pilot uncrewed aerial systems, the South Korean Ministry of National Defense is effectively weaponizing the ubiquity of small form-factor robotics. This move marks a departure from traditional hierarchical Air Force control, pushing tactical drone capability down to the individual soldier. It is a strategic acknowledgement that the modern battlefield requires decentralized, autonomous, and omnipresent aerial sensing and strike capability at the squad level. Community chatter is currently focused on 3 high-impact areas. First, security researchers are flagging a critical SAML authentication replay vulnerability in the Rancher platform, which facilitates person-in-the-middle attacks. It is currently being treated as a high-priority incident by infrastructure teams. Second, the developer community is scrutinizing the latest releases in AI coding, specifically the Longcat 2.0 and Ornith 1.0 frameworks. There is intense debate over whether these self-improving models truly offer higher reasoning reliability or if they simply hide errors deeper within their massive context windows. Third, frustration is mounting over the rising cost of consumer hardware due to the ongoing RAM crisis. With AI data centers absorbing the vast majority of DDR5 production, the price of memory for standard workstations has quadrupled, forcing a market-wide shift toward legacy DDR4 hardware in budget-conscious deployments. Lastly, no emerging tools were identified on GitHub today, reflecting a period of consolidation as developers focus on hardening existing agentic frameworks against the surge of automated high-complexity exploit generation. Sysadmins are advised to prioritize patch management, as the sheer density of vulnerabilities in specialized management software continues to outpace manual audit capabilities.